I narrate for Hrafnkel Tryggvason, who is the Managing Director and an instructor for SUS Education.
We must discern for outgoing costs for each month. We set in monthly status of checking account, credit card, savings account, etc. in the saldo line on the top of the monthly budget. We set those numbers, status numbers, and status number of the month for every end of the month. Fill into the cells into applicable cells of certain month that is numbered like milk, gas, rent, and other bills. It depends how detailed you want to be. The bottom line gives information about status for each account of its own, which on its own we could move into the 6-month budgeting and the contest between those two. So we have the first month in the monthly budget. Now we are going to the 6-month budget. So we have in reality 7-month budget, more or less, for each period of time. We'll look at it in the more detail when we go into the Excel spreadsheet and look at the calculation model. Now we are looking at the model of the monthly budget. Just like we were talking about, there are various accounts that we're using and what we are consuming over the month. This monthly budget is built upon that we pay all recurring bills like rent, electric bill, and heat. We need to pay these bills and maybe some loans. Anyways, here is an example how it could be. It's very simplified. In the top line 1/1/2016 saldo or status, cash is nothing. Account 101, $875. It is a debit card account. Credit card has nothing in it. In the next line below is a budget for food over the month, 333. These are all guessed numbers. 125 in gas, medicine and doctor costs 32, grooming 33, gym 58, hobbies 33, and other 42. None in alcohol, tobacco or travel costs. These are only starting numbers in the month along with expected numbers what we can spend for the month. These numbers are guidelines like food, etc. We spend 166 in food 1st of January, which goes out of the debit account and into food. That's how we take each category on its own. Haircut 33, which we can pay credit card and goes into grooming. Next is gas for 83, which goes out of the debit and into gas, and so forth. After this process there will be a total number. After we are done doing these inputs over the month, then we have $252 on the debit account and $33 that we owe in the credit card account. We take this then into the 6-month budgeting. I want to take the opportunity to let you know that we will make a series of web lessons on the simple accounting. You can check it out when that comes out. Next, we will go into budgeting without owned home calculation model. Now we'll go into budgeting without an owned home. It is for someone who is a tenant or doesn't live on their owned housing. Then comes to the 6-month budgeting that we talked about earlier. It's a direct continuation of the monthly budget. Income 6-month period, we will check it out when we go into the calculation model. The cost divides into the following: home costs, loans, and unexpected costs. Then we have total income against cost. It creates a positive negative difference. That is, we find out total income over the month for a 6-month period. Then we have the cost accounts below and subtract it from the income total costs when we're done putting these 3 cost factors. In the end, cash flow is done, which shows total profit or loss. It is well possible to do configurations in the calculation model to make ends meet or even profit. Now we go into budgeting without an owned home, the calculation model. You can see there is a month number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Wages are planned net 1,833 over the period. Pension is none, doesn't pay into pension. Housing benefits is 333 per month. Total makes $2,166 per month. Then it comes to cost and divides into home cost, loans, and unexpected costs. In the home cost, food is planned as 333, rent 875, gas 125, insurance 50, and communication 58. And all this has planned for a 6-month period. So now we scroll down, and the total number for this cost factor, that is home costs, is $1,789 per month. Then let's say John Johnson has a bank loan, 100, in installment, and interest per month, total 100. There are no unexpected costs, but as we talked about in savings in previous lessons about the opportunity cost, that is to put it to the side instead of buying a bottle of beer. From there comes $50 savings and explains better opportunity cost that we're talking about in the web lesson 2, financial literacy in layman's terms. This makes $50 over the period. Total income that we take from wages are in line B15. We will do equals B15, as you can see up here in the bar. Then we add to the cost, and then we get total income $2,166 and total cost $1,939, or positive difference to 227. Then comes the cash flow, which is 219. But remember, in the monthly budget it was 252 minus 33. Therefore it is 219 to start with. Then we add together 219 plus 227, which was the profit. Then we get 446. Then that goes into C64, and then so forth. To end this, then the main number that matters is $1,503. Then we have the profit over the time period, $1,503, according to this premise. All these examples that we're using are total guesses. Then this person, John, is a good financial shape. Next we'll go into budgeting with owned home. Now we continue with financial literacy in layman's term and go over budgeting with our owned home. Budgeting with our owned home is intended for someone that lives in an owned house. It's not significant, but perhaps times are changing. Perhaps it becomes special to own a home. The same applies with this budget as without a home. That is the same principle as we went over in the calculation model in without our owned home. The difference is that rent support is added. In the category of rent is also house repair funds, property tax, etc. I would like to draw your attention that when comparing owned or not, we pay these factors with the rent. This plan is direct continuation of the monthly budget. We are also going to check it out better in the calculation model. Now we're going to go over the calculation model, budgeting with owned home. Like it says here, the wages are 1,766, pension 216, interest benefits 141 according to the monthly payments. In total it makes income that we get, or $2,123. The cost divides in 3, right as we went over before: home costs, loans, and unexpected costs. In the home cost, food is 333, no rent, gas 125, insurance 83, house repair fund 25, etc. But the results are down here at $1,164. Then John is paying a mortgage up towards $708 per month of his home. Bank loan 1, 100, and bank loan 2, 50. Total $858 per month. Then there are unexpected costs. Then there are the savings that we talked about before, $50. Then here is the income minus all costs, and the result is $51, which is a positive difference. Cash flow is 219 from the monthly budget, so total is 270, 51 plus 219. Outcome number here is as important as in the budgeting without owned home, which is 576. That number says where we should work towards. It can be higher or lower after how we budget within these parameters and regular costs that we get per month. This is so in broad strokes in regarding 6-month budgeting.